Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, welcome to the Divas Den on IntellectualRadio.com. We have over 60 hosts here. We are iHeart radio station. We have something for everyone. I am in the den with my special guest, Miss Elizabeth Noni, and we're going to talk about today hair care.
Hair care.
She has a quote that she says healthy hair first and then beautiful hair. I want you
Yes.
guys to think about that, and then we're going to
Yes.
come back to this. I am your host for today, Vicki Travis Woods, aka The Diva. Our host is out today, Miss Madeline Ward Freeman, aka the Boss Lady. She's up in the Smoky Mountains relaxing, getting her mind right and feeding that brain. So she will be back with us next time. First, we're going to start off with what's going on with Divas Inc. Divas Inc. stands for Developing Intellectual Visions and Self. We are a mentoring program for young ladies ages to from 12 to 21. But the good part about that is once a diva, always a diva.
Mhm.
Today, we will be conducting our monthly session. We have partnered with Mary Kay. We have a rep from Mary Kay, Miss Ruth Walker, coming in, and she's going to talk to the young ladies about proper skin care. We're doing hair care this morning and skin care this evening. It's very important that we start taking care of ourselves. If you take care of your body will take care of you, and that's including your hair and your skin. So we encourage you, if you have young ladies in that age group, or if you want to come out and get some information and educate yourself on proper skin care, we encourage you to come out today from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 646 North Parkside. That's the Charles M. Hughes Community Center. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And speaking on educating yourself, there's 4 E's, Miss Noni, that divas
Okay.
believe in.
Okay. What are they?
Okay. These 4 E's we strongly promote and believe in. One is to educate. Because
Educate.
when you know better,
You do
you
better.
do better.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We empower our girls. You can be anything. The sky is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
We encourage you. You are more than a conqueror.
Amen.
And last but not least, we enhance them. Know your worth so that others will be worthy of you.
Okay.
Don't that
I
sound
like that.
good?
I do. I like
Yes.
that. I
I'd like
like
to get
that.
a T-shirt made up with
Yeah,
that.
you should.
Yes. Um, we have some exciting events coming up. We're working on our fifth annual Pretty in Pink affair. Now,
Okay.
this affair, everyone comes out in pink. And of course, it's in October, and October represents breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
And like I said, Diva strongly likes to educate our community. So, with that being said, we educate both men and women on breast cancer awareness because
Okay.
men are becoming, uh, that disease is attacking our men as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also attacking our black women. 1 out of 8 women will have breast cancer this year.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone is all dressed out in their pink, and we're having a good time. We are dancing, we're having a good meal, and then we have a speaker that comes out that educates us, and then we celebrate all of the breast cancer survivors that are there. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's another interesting event that's coming up July 30th. Divas Inc. has partnered with Jay from the J Spot of Intellectual Radio,
Okay.
and we have put together an event that's going to be very interesting. We're going to have a panel of 8 men, black
Okay.
men,
Okay.
and these black men is going to tell us how to love a black man.
Okay.
All right, and you know why? The object of this event is to educate the black female on how to love a black man. The J Spot, along with Divas Inc., believes that in order for relationships to grow and to prosper, the people in the relationship got to learn and get to know one another. Too many times the black man is misunderstood and therefore mistreated, thus leaving the black woman with a longing for how to get her partner to act right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't know how to love our black men, what do? We're losing them.
Mm-hmm.
We're losing them to alternative lifestyles. We're losing them to the penitentiary system. We're losing them to the street, gun violence. So we got to find some ways on how to learn how to deal with them when they're going through their things. Because a lot of times we don't. Us women, when we have our men, we male bash, we kind of degrade them and stuff like that. We have to stop doing that. We have to learn how to build a stronger bond with our black men. We should be able to be their backbone in a time of need, and a man should always feel as if he's the king of his castle.
Mm-hmm.
If not, he will go somewhere else. He will stray away. He will go where he feels comfortable, wanted, and loved. And if you really look at it, the man is the foundation of the household. Mm-hmm. And if you have a weak foundation, your house is going to crumble. So I'm excited about this. I think that everyone is going to learn something through this event. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Divas Inc. is all about educating, and that's what we do. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to reintroduce our special guest, and she is going to feed our brain and get our mind right.
It's all about you tonight, baby. So go ahead and do your thing. Soon as we step in, cameras are flickering, glasses are tingling, champagne I'm sipping, VIP I'm sitting in. The whole club's rocking, everybody's watching the way that you're dancing. You're stepping all through the club tonight like you ain't got time to waste. I can see the smile on your face, like you're the only one in the place. It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight, baby. So go ahead and do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. I can't stop you, babe. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. I can't stop you, babe. I can't stop you, babe. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. Girl, you're so sexy. Ooh, you're so classy.
Welcome back to Divas Den, an iHeart radio station on www.IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host for today, The Diva, and I'm here with my special guest, Miss Elizabeth Noni of Noni Products. I'm going to go back and talk about these two events for a minute. You can find information on these events on our Divas Inc. on Divas Inc. website at divas.inc.org. Now, Miss Elizabeth Noni, with her hair care products. Look at her hair, guys. It is lovely today. Natural hair.
Yes, natural hair. I've been natural for 5 years.
When you decide to go natural, because see, now everyone's going natural, but then you still have women, as myself, who's natural, but wear a lot of protective hairstyles.
Right.
I'm trying to slowly graduate from this. What are your recommendations for us?
Okay, so to transition, because there's a period where you transition from having relaxed hair, and then you transition into having natural hair, which means that you have no relaxer in the hair. It does not mean you don't color your hair. It means you don't have relaxer. That's what natural means to me. You don't have any texturizers or chemicals in your hair. So then there comes a process where you transition from knowing how to care for relaxed hair and knowing how to care for natural hair. There's a transition period, and that's why so many women rely on protective styles. And that's when I say that a protective style is only a protective style when you're using it to protect the hair and trying to grow the hair and not over manipulate the hair. But if you are using the protective style as a style instead of embracing your natural hair, you have not learned how to take care of your hair. So the first thing, the hair should be healthy. Concentrate on the health of the hair, because as the hair becomes healthy and it's moisturized, it's, has its elasticity, the hair will be beautiful if it's healthy. It has to be healthy first. So once you cultivate the health of your hair, as you cultivate, making sure your hair gets the moisture that it needs, make sure that the hair getting the vitamins that it needs, making sure you're drinking enough water so that you can keep the hair hydrated. Then you learn along the way how to style the hair, how to keep the hair up, because natural hair is not something that you can just get up and go. And there's this myth that you can just wash and go. Even if you wash and go, you still have to put, some idea to your hair. You still shape it. You still, wring the water out after you do a wash and go. You still have to be able to maintain so that you're not out here looking unruly by the head.
And see, that's why I was miseducated about, because see, I thought that when I become natural, because I don't have any perm in my hair, that I could just throw something on it, some water, some oil, and it's gonna magically form for me, and I'm gonna walk out the door.
It depends on what your expectations are for the hair. Now, everybody has different hair texture. So I am like really, really, really kinky and very, very curly. I would say the diameter of my curls are the size of a skinny eyeliner stick. So whatever size that is, my hair is in ringlets like that when I shampoo my hair. But when it's drying, after I've conditioned it and everything, it begins to, the definition of the curl is no longer seen as the hair dries. It's seen while the hair it becomes very kinky, and it just depends. Sometimes I wear my hair like that. So it just depends on the look that I'm going for that day. You just have to learn how to style the hair in a healthy way and how to take care of your hair. And I feel like more women will escape from these protective styles after they learn how to take care of their hair. When I first went natural, I wore so many ponytails and so many wigs, because I'm a fan of wigs. I still have wigs. I don't throw my wigs out, because I never know when I may want to have a different look and I may want to wear it. I use wigs as a protective style. I'll just plait my hair 2 cornrows or 3 or 4 braids, and then I'll make sure my hair is moisturized and it's clean and my scalp is healthy, and then I'll put the wig on with a wig cap, and I'll wear that for a couple days. And that's, to me, that's a protective style. So it just depends on what you want. But it's not a protective style if you're wearing it because that's all you can wear, because you don't know how to take care of your hair. So that's the difference.
So I've been manipulating a whole bunch of people, huh? And myself.
Well, no, you're natural, but you have to take the time. You won't learn unless you take the time to learn how to care for your hair. When I first went natural, it was back in 2011. It was January of 2011, and I decided I wasn't going to put relaxer in my hair anymore. I had been wearing a Afro puff ponytail, and I used to relax my hair and put the Afro puff ponytail on because I loved how I look with the hair. And I said, I'm going to challenge myself and see if my hair will look like this. Can my hair look like this? My hair has exceeded that Afro puff. It's like when I shampoo it, sometimes I could just pull it up in a puff, and it's so much bigger than that Afro puff that I was wearing. Hair that I had bought, hoping that I could look like the hair that I bought. And it's so many myths out here that our hair won't grow. Our hair will grow. It has to be cultivated. What you cultivate will grow. That's another one of my sayings. What you cultivate will grow. So if you give attention to it, it's going to grow. If you ignore it, it won't grow. And so putting it away under a protective style and not taking care of the scalp, not maintaining scalp health, and thinking, oh, well, the weave is beautiful, but what does your hair look like? And you don't want to become addicted to artificial hair, and that's the only way that you know how to look decent when you go out.
Artificial
So I had
hair.
to learn how to take care of my hair. I did not just magically wake up natural with hair like this and I just knew how to do it. My hair was probably a half an inch long. I did the big chop. Okay, so I was very, very uncomfortable. I didn't embrace it right away. I was, I forced myself the next day after I big chopped to go out. And I remember I got on the bus and I went to work, and I was so uncomfortable because I just felt naked. I was so used to having all this hair because I had relaxed hair. My hair was long, and I cut it all off, and so I'm like, I transitioned between January and June of 2011, and it was just taking too long. I'm like, okay. So then I met another natural, and she said, oh, cut it off and it'll grow faster. And I said, you think so? She said, yeah, because why are you transitioning? Just deal with the natural hair, and that way it'll give you a chance to learn how to deal with your hair. And I said, that's a good idea. So I went home. That wig was hot anyway. It was June and I was burning up. And I went home and I shampooed my hair and I just began to cut it where it was curly. So that's how I did my big chop myself. So people that want to big chop themselves, you don't have to go to a barber. You don't have to go and get your hair shaved down. All you have to do is shampoo or co-wash your hair how you would normally do it, and where the pattern changes, just take the shears
and
snip, snip, snip. And so by the time I finished, I was completely natural. I forced myself to embrace it. I was not comfortable. I forced myself to wear that little short fro, my teeny weeny afro, which we call the TWA. I forced myself to go out and walk around for 24 hours with my hair like that. And I made sure I had on all this makeup and these big earrings.
Camouflaging.
Right. Because I wasn't like used to looking at myself like that.
And that's what a lot of women are afraid of. Mm-hmm. They're afraid of what other people are going to think about this little bitty afro on your head.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. I've worn weaves my whole adult life. I started wearing weaves and doing weaves for my friends at the age of like 14, 15 years old. And so I love fake hair. Mm-hmm. So I'm not against fake hair. I love a weave. I love a wig. Okay. I'm not against it. But I never felt more beautiful until I embraced my natural hair.
Oh, wow.
Until I learned how to take care of it. And sometimes it's like I wake up and it's like, today is a good hair day. Okay. Every day is a good hair day when the hair is healthy. But then some days it's like, oh, yeah, it's really, it used to be the first day I would do the hair. And it's like, it takes time to learn what works for you.
Anything takes time.
It takes time. And it took me, I would say, about a year to learn when my hair was at its best, when it looked the best, so if I was going somewhere and I had an event, now this is my hair. If I was going somewhere and I had an event and I wanted my hair like this, I can't do it the same day and it'll look like this. It takes a couple days for it to get to this point, because I'm doing like Bantu knots, I'm doing twists. I have a lot of different ways that I wear my hair. A lot of women aren't comfortable with wearing the teeny weeny afro, so they need to learn the healthy ways to stretch the hair so that the hair can have more length than just wearing it in its natural texture. So both ways are beautiful, but it just depends on the person and how they want to wear their hair. I manipulate the curl pattern of my hair every time I do my hair. Why do I say that? Because if I do a twist out, I'm manipulating the curl pattern of my hair, because I'm forcing my hair to elongate and stretch, and I'm giving it a different type of curl. If I do a braid out, I'm giving my hair the zigzag. Do you see what I'm saying? And stretching it at the same time. If I blow it out and then do a Bantu knot, I've blown it out and gave it this big full look.
Now, I done heard the word knots like 2 or 3 times. So we gonna get in our little time capsule here, and we gonna go back into the past.
Okay.
Your past with Kiss My Knots.
Okay.
What's that all about?
Okay, so Kiss My Knots is the same hair product as Elizabeth Noni Hair Products. I started Kiss My Knots because I began to pray for God to give me a vision for how to raise money to produce theater. And
wait a minute. So you were a playwright?
I am a playwright.
Oh, you are?
I am an award-winning playwright.
What kind of award-winning?
I am Peach Theater Award-winning playwright, a 2-time Peach Theater Award-winning playwright. Mayan Productions, Pichanda DeBose is the founder of the organization, and I was awarded 2 awards back in 2014, February of 2014.
So you kind of like on a celebrity status, right?
No.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No.
Yes, you are. I also read somewhere where you were the producer, playwright for a production called Plus Size Productions.
Plus Size Productions was the name of my theater company.
Oh,
yes, Plus Size Productions is the name of my theater company, and I produced 20 plays under that name. And so when I go back to producing plays, of course, I'm gonna, use my name, Elizabeth Noni Productions. Plus Size Productions is no more, just like Kiss My Knots is no more.
And you also have some plays that have not been released. There are somewhere. Where they at?
Well, just sitting on my computer in the Library of Congress.
See that? Look at you.
That I haven't produced. Yes.
Got all these gifts just going and going and going.
God is awesome. To God be the glory.
So, how did you get into playwriting?
I just started writing. I guess I've been writing all my life as a kid. In high school, people ask me that, and I think back, and I'm like, well, when did I start writing? And I would probably say in high school, I wrote an article for the newspaper, and they published it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, really? And I wasn't like working with the newspaper or anything, and they published it. And then when I was working a job, I wrote an article, and they published it, in the company's newspaper. And so I started doing plays at church, drama ministry, and then I became the head of the drama ministry. And so then I started working with the children doing drama, and I saw the drama ministry grow from like 4 children. I was doing that at the Apostolic Church of God under Bishop Arthur and Brazier.
Yes.
And I went from 4 kids to like 30 kids in drama ministry. And then I went back to school. I went to Columbia College, and I started taking theater courses because I wanted to learn what wasn't possible on stage. I wanted to take some acting classes so that it could enhance my writing. And so then I just jumped out there and just started writing and producing. And I produced my first play, The Grass Ain't Greener, in August of 2007. And after that, God gave me a vision to produce a play every month in 2008. So then I produced a play every 4 weeks in 2008, and that was a feat. And I got to the end of December, and I had actually went over what I said I was going to do, because I did another play at another church. And then in 2009, I scaled back, and I think I did 4 plays that year. So then in 2010, by that time, I'm like, whew, this is a lot. So I said, okay, well, let me try something I haven't done. So I created a couple series for radio.
Yes, I'm looking at that. You did like Scandalous, Scandals of Light and Dirty Laundry. Yeah, I told you. I Googled you, girl.
You Googled me? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking like this lady has done so many things, You have the Gold Handcuffs, you remember that?
I do.
The
that
Right
was one
Answer,
of my favorite plays.
Delight, The Family Mess Expert, and Urban Relations, Handles of the Lock.
Yes.
Bone Salad. Now, what's Bone Salad?
Bone Salad.
Yes.
Oh, that was my play about my character, Essie Pryor. Messy Essie Pryor, honey. She talked like this. And so she real messy. And so she one of my friends, she just loved to hear me. I call her sometimes as Essie Pryor, and people love that character. Messy Essie Pryor and her husband, Roger Pryor, went to visit their daughter, Bessie, and she was in the middle of a hot situation with her husband. She was going through some trying times. They were headed toward divorce, and so bone salad was something that her and her husband used to enjoy. They wouldn't throw away the chicken bones. They used to eat the bones. They used to, whatever type of, bones, they would eat the marrow of the bone, and that's why it was called bone salad, because they would have their bone salad no matter what every night.
The reason that we went back into the past is because the past helped you to get to your future. So how did you transfer from Miss Noni the playwright to Miss Noni of hair products?
Well, actually, the hair predates the playwriting.
Oh, okay.
It does, because I went to school. I went to Pivot Point in 1992, and I became a licensed cosmetologist. And so then it was like I did hair for a while, and I was working. And then after I quit my job, the very first business that I started was called Elizabeth Noni Hair Extensions, and I am a master. I'm a pro at hair extensions, so I know how to do weaves, and I do hair, but I don't want to do hair. I don't like it. That was something that I did that I was good at, but I didn't like it. And so I was excellent at it, but I didn't like it, so it didn't succeed. So I had Elizabeth Noni Hair Extensions, and then I sold Mary Kay for a while, and then I've had so many businesses. I would have to sit down and like really think of the different businesses, but the hair predates the playwriting. Okay. And so I found that I had a love for writing plays, and I've been writing a long time. A long time.
Well, Miss Noni, keep that thought. We're going to go for break, and we'll be back with the life of Miss Noni and her hair products and her playwriting.
It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight, babe. So go ahead and do your thing. Soon as we step in, cameras are flickering, glasses are tingling, champagne I'm sipping, VIP I'm sitting in, the whole club's rocking, everybody's watching the way that you're dancing. You're stepping off through the club tonight like you ain't got time to waste. I can see the smile on your face, like you're the only one in the place. It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight, babe. So go ahead and do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. I can't stop you, babe. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. I can't stop you, babe. I can't stop you, babe. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. Girl, you're so sexy. Ooh, you're so classy. The fellas keep asking me, are you from another galaxy? You're stepping off through the club tonight like you ain't got time to waste. I can see the smile on your face, like you're the only one in the place. It's all about you tonight. All about, it's all about you tonight. All about you tonight, babe. So go ahead and do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. I can't stop you, babe. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. It's all about you tonight. I can't stop you tonight. I can't stop you, babe, tonight, baby. You're a showstopper, you do it so proper. Go ahead and do your thing. So do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. Do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. Don't wanna stop you. You're a showstopper. You do it so proper. It's all about you tonight. I can't stop you tonight. I can't stop you, babe. Tonight. You're a showstopper. You do it so proper. It's all about you tonight. All about you tonight. All about you tonight, baby. It's all about you, baby. So go ahead and do your thing. Do your thing. I can't stop it, babe. You're a showstopper. You do it so proper.
Welcome back to Divas Den on IntellectualRadio.com, a iHeartRadio station where we have over 60 hosts. We have something for everyone. We are back with Ms. Noni with her Elizabeth Noni hair products. And Ms. Noni, I have a question for you.
Okay.
When, through all your adventures, it seems like you were not totally happy and satisfied. When did you know that you were on the right track?
Wow. Now that's a heavy question. Well, producing the plays, I like that because I'm really dramatic. And so it's fun for me. But producing the plays, I have to be able to live. And so I got tired of being a starving artist. So I began to pray and ask God for a vision, a strategy. Teach me how to make money so that I can produce theater and not be so stressed out for ticket sales. And then I can just focus on the art of playwriting instead of being focused on how to make money from the playwriting, because that's a passion that I have. So I would say that I was happy doing the plays, but because of the stress of not having the finances, it took away the joy from it. So I was very happy while I was working on Kiss My Knots, and I really enjoyed it, but I was under the stress because I was caught up with the United States Patent and Trademark Office for the trademark to the name. So I got in this struggle, and it's like I couldn't use the name, and it's like, I tried to register the name, and they put it in, they gave me a number and everything. Yes. And then I ran into opposition with the name. And so I was like, oh, Lord, and so God, he began to say, I'm going to make your name great. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, so I'm going to win. I'm going to be able to use Kiss My Knots.
Kiss My Knots.
And so, when I was like, I'm through fighting this, because I knew that it should have been in my name anyway, because it's my hair product. I'm making it. I'm trying to brand it so that people know and put my face with my name, that these are my hair products that I create, that I make from start to finish. So let me just put it in my name and put my face on it as a logo. And then there will be no confusion with any other company. Nobody can say it's them. It's like my face is the logo. And so I will say that I was happy with Kiss My Knots, but I wasn't at peace because I was in this background struggle for the name. And so now it's like I don't have anything holding me back. So it's like I'm ecstatic, and it's like God is just doing so many wonderful things. So I would say in February of this year, when I switched over to Elizabeth Noni hair products, that's when things just really began to grow.
Rolling out.
Yes. And it's like, I'm doing more in this little short time since February than I did in the 2 years.
Back
2 years, yes, with Kiss My Knots. So it's like Kiss My Knots is synonymous with me. It's like people will remember that always, because I used to call them my Kiss My Knotters. So they're out there in great number. So now they just know that Elizabeth Noni is synonymous with Kiss My Knots, and it's synonymous with Elizabeth Noni hair products. So, hey, what's in a name?
So how do you put your product out?
Well, I use social media. So I am really heavy on Instagram. Please follow me, Chronicles of Noni. I'm on
these
Facebook.
Names, Chronicles of Noni.
Chronicles of Noni. That's me on Instagram. I love Instagram. I just love scrolling through. And so Chronicles of Noni on Instagram, Elizabeth Noni hair products on Facebook. You're on my page, Elizabeth Noni. So I just use social media. I use Twitter, Elizabeth Noni. I just put my products out there. When I meet people in the street, a lot of people come up to me and they say, I've seen you somewhere. And it's like, I don't know where I've seen you. And I'm like, it's happening more and more. And so I say, I've done so much, like you said, right, until it's like, there's no telling where you may have seen me. But let me tell you. And then they'll say, well, I love your hair. How did you get your hair like that? Your hair is natural. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll start talking to them, and I'll give them my card. And then they get really excited because they feel like my hair looks like their hair. Yeah, and then I can help them. And I tell them, follow my page. And they do. And then they start ordering the product that way.
See, I didn't know you by Elizabeth Noni. Mm-hmm. Someone talked to me about you with Kiss My Knots. Mm-hmm. And then when I put the two together, I'm like, okay.
It's the same person.
It's the same person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So If people want to order your product,
Mm-hmm.
what do they do?
Okay, so if they want to order my product, they can go on my website, www.elizabethnoni.com, and they
Okay.
can order there. I do have a special today too for my listeners.
Oh, for
For
listeners.
listeners of the Divas Den, and it's limited quantity, so while supplies last. I have my 1 ounce hair and scalp oil, and I have 2 ounce moisture retaining cream. I call them my dynamic duo because these two products will bless your hair if you have dry hair. My hair product line is for dry hair. So if you don't have dry hair, it's not really for you right
For you.
now. I'm concentrating on dry hair because my hair was so dry. And now my hair is so cultivated after you use the products for a long period of time. Like I've been using my products on my hair for such a long period of time that it's like the moisture, it's like it's just embedded in my hair. It's like it doesn't take a
Okay.
whole lot. A little goes a long way.
What cultivates dry hair?
What moisture? So if your
Okay.
hair is dry, you need moisture.
What are
How do you,
signs of dry hair?
what it's split ends, breakage, dry scalp, because your hair is an extension of the scalp.
Okay.
Okay, it's an extension of the skin. And so if the scalp is dry, more than likely your hair is going to be dry as well. So you don't want to have a dry scalp. You want to have a healthy scalp that's not fit, that's not scaly, that's just healthy and it looks healthy and it's just normal uh color, and just a normal scalp, and
Okay.
and so yeah, so you don't want to have dry hair. So split ends, rough, dusty, uh not showing, not shining,
Okay.
because usually when you see people with shiny hair, it's not dry like that. So my hair is not dry. So how do you get moisture into the hair? Water. So the best place to start would be to drink more water. I tell
What
people that it's
what you
not.
put in your body is
Yes,
what's gonna come out of your
yes,
body. That
yes.
makes
It'll help
sense.
clear up your skin. It'll help with, it'll hydrate your hair. And so that's the first place to start. So drink more water, drink a lot of water. And then you would want to use products that will seal. I have a sealant here. My moisture retaining cream is a sealant. Okay. It is non aqueous, which means that it does not have water in it. When you shampoo your hair, it's to be used after your hair is shampooed or co-washed, and it seals the moisture in the hair. That is the water that's still in your hair after it's damp. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
seal that moisture
In
in. It's going
there.
to seal, close that cuticle, and make sure that the hair retains moisture. So then once the hair is dry, it's not all brittle and lacking luster. You
Okay,
don't
you
want to lack.
mentioned co-wash. For
Yes.
those that don't know what
Okay.
co-wash is, can you explain that?
Oh, sure. A co-wash is a conditioning cleanser. So it's like you, instead of putting all the sulfates, and sometimes when you shampoo your hair, you strip the oils out. And
True.
so if you've shampooed your hair, like say last week, you shampooed your hair and deep condition your hair. You should deep condition twice a month for optimal health of the hair. So let's say you shampooed your hair and you deep conditioned this week, and next week you went to the gym, you worked out, or you did whatever, and your hair is just sweaty, it's hot, it's summer, and you want to do your hair maybe every day. You don't want to cleanse the scalp and the hair every day because you're stripping oils out that the hair needs.
Okay.
Okay, so the co-wash is just conditioner. It's a cleansing conditioner, and it's going to wet in your hair. You put the co-wash on this conditioner, you rinse it out, and it gives you a cleanse, a gentle cleanse without stripping the hair of its oils. So you can do that more often. You can co-wash every day. You can't shampoo
Pour
every
every
day.
day.
Not if you suffer with dry hair. I wouldn't suggest it. No.
Now, what are the three major ingredients that your product
Hmm.
provides for dry hair?
The three main ingredients, I use coconut oil. I
Okay.
have coconut oil in my products, and I have vitamin E in my products. I have shea butter. I have a lot of good things in my products. So it just depends on which product you're talking about.
Okay.
My oil, which is for the hair and scalp, I have coconut oil in here. I have carrot oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E, uh, sunflower, olive. so it just depends. All these different oils have different properties that they do. So it makes a special blend. It just depends on what you're trying to do with your hair. And so this blend is wonderful because it will not weigh the hair down. It is very light. And I have a lot of people that use a product. Just like I have a young lady that uses a product I believe she is in Kentucky. I think she's in Louisville.
Kentucky.
In Kentucky. Mm-hmm.
So you worldwide?
Oh yes.
You guys, I'm talking to you for something like a celebrity.
Yes.
Okay.
People have bought my products in a lot of cities in the United States, and I woke up one morning and I had an order from South Africa, and I was like, oh God, and it took like almost a month to get there, and I was all paranoid that it wouldn't make it, but it did, and she told me, oh, I love it, it's time to order more. So so she ordered it, and she went to the salon to get her hair done. And she had my product in her hair. It was time for her to, like you said, you don't want to take care of your hair. You want somebody else to do it. So she goes to the shop. And so when she went, she said that her stylist told her, what is this in your hair? Because it's not weighing the hair down, but the hair I like it. And she said, oh, that's Elizabeth Noni's hair products. I put the oil in my hair, And she said, oh, I want some. I'm going to get some. So, yeah.
Now, of course, there's steps to taking care of your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Which of your products do you recommend for a starter?
A starter. Okay. All of them. Because all of them. I'm in the process. I'm always reformulating things, and it's like I'm always like I wake up and it's like, oh yeah, I can put that in there, and that's what's gonna solve it. That's what is missing. Or I'm gonna combine this because I just recently decided to combine my co-wash cream with my deep conditioner and make the two one and the same. And I'm gonna just change one thing because I'm like that kitchen chemist. Okay.
You took the words out of my mouth. I wasn't gonna call you chemist, kitchen chemist. I was gonna say. So now you're a chemist too.
I'm a self-taught chemist. Because I bake cakes, and so I had to learn, and I used to do that to produce theater. I used to sell, bake cakes and stuff and all that stuff. So, and I'm really good at baking. So
God.
It's all chemistry. And so if it's missing one thing, and I'm the test person, so I test every product, everything on me. There are products that I've been working on that I've never released because I couldn't get it right, or it wasn't where I felt like it would be the best it could be. So I won't release it. Okay. So, so I have a lot of stuff that I use on me that nobody else will ever see. And I'm testing stuff out, and I'll, shampoo my hair with my scalp cleanse. I'll do it. I'll cleanse the scalp and rinse and say, oh, something's missing. And I'll go back to the drawing board and wait a day and then do it again.
I'm going to tell you this. I am a believer.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe that when God gives you something,
mm-hmm.
nobody can take it away from you.
Right.
And then he gives you things to help back that up. And I'm just listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many avenues
mm-hmm.
to where you can do anything you want to do.
God is awesome. He is.
I'm just sitting here thinking, oh man, she is not limited nowhere.
Mm-mm.
And you don't find too many people that have that type of favor where they can just go over here and do this here, and then this working, but this ain't really, because it's from Googling you, it was actually working, but this ain't working for me.
For me. Okay.
It's working for whoever comes to see it, but it's not working for me. I'm gonna go back over here, but I need to do this in order to make this happen.
I have people constantly. Sometimes I get emails of people say, "Hey, when you gonna produce a play again?" I'm ready to laugh, And it's like, okay, you ready to laugh, and I need to make some money. So right now, I am loving my hair products because they are prosperous, and God has blessed it, and it's growing day by day. I'm excited about the things that's going on. So yes, I will produce again. I will produce a play again when the time is right. But I promise you, when I produce that next play, I won't be broke.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I understand that. I truly understand
I won't be subject to the things that people go through and put up with because they don't have the money to hire the people that they need to be hiring, and just dealing with people that'll do it as if it's a hobby. And it's not a hobby.
I think in anything that you do, you really, really have to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
No one, and I've also learned that no one is going to love your passion
Like
more
you.
than you're going to
Right.
love it. You have people that, hey, that's a good idea. I'm gonna roll with you, and they will be there to support. But you have to put in the time and the work yourself.
And it's your name
And
on it.
and it's thank you.
Yeah, it's my name. So, and I am a professional and I'm very serious about what I'm doing and I have integrity. And so
Yes.
I will not, and so that's one reason why certain products that I've created and it's like, it's not right yet. I won't release it. And it's like, oh, they're going to love this, but they're not getting their hands on this yet. And it's just sitting there and it's like, I just love it though. I found that I love making the hair products. I don't like doing hair. I'm real good at it, but I don't like doing it. I just like doing my hair. I like creating the products. It's fun to me because it's like sometimes when I get through, I'll sit there and look at what I've done and I get excited. Like, wow, I can't believe
I
I
did
made
this.
this. Right, right. Mm-hmm.
See, that's when you know that you are
Yes.
really passionate about
Mm-hmm.
what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Noni, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Okay.
It was a
I'm
pleasure.
glad you had
I've
me.
taken with me some of the things that you have said,
I am
some of the
very
things that you
excited.
have done, and I do believe that dreams do come true. I
Yes.
want to thank my listeners for coming into the den today on
I
intellectualradio.com.
want to mention.
Oh, hold on a minute. She's got something she want to
I want
say.
to tell them about some events that I have coming up.
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to be at the Authors Brunch next Sunday at the Hilton on 95th Street. So if you're an author, you need to be there. It's going to be book vendors. I believe Omar Tyree is going to be the special
Oh,
guest,
okay.
and I'm going to be a vendor there. So if you're interested, you need to come out to that event. You can find information on the Authors Brunch on Facebook. I am going to be at the African Festival in September in Washington Park.
Okay.
It'll be my first time doing it, so I'm really excited about that. And I was just at an event the other night, Queen U event. I met a young lady, Samara, Queen Samara, and I went to this event, and it's like the same thing as you with your Young Girls Foundation, where
Yes.
you encourage and empower and uplift young women and teach them. This organization is similar, and they had an event, and it was just fabulous. It was phenomenal, and it was just so great to see us supporting one another. And so I really enjoyed that event. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Samara
Queen
and
Samara.
Queen Jay and all the ladies that were
Okay.
there. It was a great opportunity.
Don't forget, you natural hair lovers, you could get her product today on
Yes.
sale
Yes,
through
you
her
can get my
website,
special sale.
through her Facebook page,
Yes.
through her Instagram. You got
Yes,
Twitter too?
I do. Elizabeth
Through
Noni.
her Twitter. Just
Just
by
reach out to me.
listening
Yes.
to Divas Den on intellectualradio.com. This concludes our show today. Again, thank you, Miss Noni, for
Thank
coming
you for
in
having me.
and sharing the wealth and health on hair care. You are listening to The Diva in the Den on intellectualradio.com, an iHeart radio station. We have over 60 hosts where there's something for everyone. In conclusion to this, feed your brain and get your mind right.
It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight. It's all about you tonight. So go ahead and do your thing. So do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. Do your thing. I can't stop you, babe. Don't wanna stop you. You're a showstopper. You do it so proper. So